Hey guys, Demon Kage here, back with another video. I'm back with What If Naruto Was a Member of the Nara Clan, Part 2. This is due to you guys getting it, my first video, 20 views in just 24 hours. So, I did read the comments, and there was one comment that said that I should make the videos longer, so here I will be covering the Bell Test and the Land of Waves arc, and maybe some of the tuning exams. Depends how far we get. So, to start this off, where we left off, Kakashi had just told Team 7 about the belt test. So we cut to Naruto waking up, not eating breakfast but taking food pills with him, knowing that a ninja can't survive in the battlefield without eating. And he brings three, even though Sakura rejects his gift, and Sasuke reluctantly accepts it. Him being a edge lord and all that stuff. Him still being closed off because the Uchiha massacre still happens. So they start the bell test, and the only thing that doesn't change here is the fact that instead of Naruto charging in before Kakashi even said start, he would run run into the bushes like everybody else and would wait for his time to strike. And he would wait till he see that Kakashi let his guard down, and he would jump out and try to do the shadow possession jutsu, and Kakashi throws a kunai at him and he poofs. It was a shadow clone. So now we cut to the real Naruto and Sasuke having a conversation about how they need to work together because Kakashi is a Jonin level ninja and there's no way that they both can take him out. So they come up with a plan. So Naruto jumps out and tries to get Kakashi in the shadow possession again. He succeeds because Kakashi isn't going all out. Kakashi stunned that he was actually captured by this jutsu. Then here's Fire Style Fireball Jutsu, and it's Sasuke launching a Fire Style. And then Kakashi turns into a now burnt wooden log. It was a substitution. So they both instantly start looking for Kakashi. And then he runs at Naruto and he does the whole 1,000 years of death thing. Yeah. And they regroup and they get Sakura involved for their second attempt to steal the bells. So now Sasuke comes out first, and Sakura's on the sidelines, being a fangirl, cheering him on. He gets into a taijutsu battle with Kakashi. Now he actually does pretty good at this, like in the original, making Kakashi stop reading his book. So so then Kakashi's like, "Is that all you got?" And then Sasuke smirks and says, "Naruto now." And then you hear wind bullet, wind style, wind bullet. And then Sasuke flips back and says, "Fire style, fireball jutsu." Their jutsus combine and create a great fireball. And then Kakashi notices something. He doesn't hear Sakura cheering anymore. And then he feels something weird on the ground under him. And then it's Naruto's shadow clones helping Sakura dig underground, and she comes up with an uppercut. And they manage to take the bells from Kakashi. Now they're trying to decide who will stay back and stay in the academy. But then Kakashi gets up, smiles at them, and says, "You pass." Now that they passed the bell test, about a month goes by, and they're just doing, D rank missions and catching cats and stuff, helping old people cross the street and all that stuff, right? And Sasuke and Naruto are like, "Come on, we're way above this." So they asked the third Hokage. This time, Naruto asked him with a little more respect, cause Naruto's a lot smarter and he knows that the third Hokage is a very important person. So he says, "Sure, I have a C rank mission," which later on turns into a B rank mission. We all know that, but they don't know that yet. And then Tazuna walks in, and then he's like, "Oh, do you think these pesky Ganin can protect me?" And then Naruto is like, "Shadow Strangle Jutsu," but he doesn't strangle him all the way. And then he's like, "What did you say, old man?" And then Tazuna's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I meant you seem pretty strong." So yeah, Tazuna doesn't really he tries to bully them like in the original, but then Naruto's not having any of that. Then Kakashi tells Naruto to calm down, and he calms down. So they're on their way to the land of waves when Naruto notices a puddle, and the puddle is like the water puddle. So he notices that puddle. He looks at Kakashi, and they nod at each other. They keep going, and then all of a sudden the demon brothers jump out and try to attack Tazuna. But in this timeline, before Sasuke can even react, Naruto gets in a 2-on-1 Taijutsu fight with both of them and completely demolishes them. This leaves Sasuke stunned, as Sasuke didn't even notice the puddle. So yeah, so now Sasuke's kind of jealous that Naruto is stronger than him. So he, he's a little quiet for the rest of the time, and then they walk for about, I would say, like an hour more, and then Naruto feels something in the bushes, like he hears something move. So he throws a kunai, and he sees that it's just a white rabbit. Now Sakura starts yelling at him like, "Oh, you almost killed the rabbit!" But then he notices something, that white rabbits only come out during the winter. So he yells duck, and then Sabuza's executioner blade comes flying past their heads, with Zabuza standing on top of the blade and chuckling. Ha ha ha, pesky Genin, and their joining instructor, Kakashi Hatake, aka the Copy Ninja. And they don't know who this is, but Kakashi is like Zabuza Momochi, one of the seven ninja swordsmen. So then they get into like their little fight, like in the original, and then Naruto is like, well, Kakashi gets stuck in the water prison, but instead of, they still do the little shuriken, the demon wind shuriken trick, and but in this timeline, Naruto knows the water walking technique, so he's still there fighting, and he charges at Zabuza. So Zabuza is getting pressed by Naruto and Kakashi. So now Kakashi goes to finish it, and because he's getting pressed by both Naruto and Kakashi, Haku doesn't have a chance to finish it and play it off like she's a missed Ambu. So she sees Zabuza get stabbed in the chest with a Raikiri, and she is, or he, I fell for the trap, guys. Tough, but he is angry, like super angry. So, but he realizes that now wouldn't be a smart time to strike. So he just kind of just lets it go to get Zabuza's body like afterwards. So Naruto technically gets, well, not really his first kill because Kakashi finished it, but you know he was pretty close. Let's just say that. So they head to Tazuna's house, but in this timeline, uh, Kakashi's not exhausted from using the Sharingan, and I would guess like they would know that he has the Sharingan because they heard Zabuza call him the copy ninja, and Sasuke would know that the Sharingan can copy jutsu. I don't know how they didn't figure that out from the start as soon as he said that, but you know. So they head to Tazuna's house, and since Naruto already knows the water walking, then he has to know the tree walking. He makes two shadow clones, and they both show Sasuke and Sakura how to do the tree walking. But then Kakashi takes Naruto to the side and he summons like a 20-pound vest and 10-pound ankle and wrist weights. And he says that the more chakra you put into these, the heavier they get. So now Naruto is using weights. So, you know, he's just like moving around with the weights, practicing his taijutsu, like with the weights on at his speed so he can get accustomed to it. And then Sakura and Sasuke learn the tree walking, but Sasuke's pretty pissed off because Naruto was already ahead of him by like 2 steps because he knows the tree walking and water walking. So Sasuke's pretty mad, and like he has a whole like kind of like realization that Naruto's stronger than him just earlier on in the story. But right now it's not that big of a deal because he doesn't have the curse mark. So yeah, but Naruto stays in the woods and keeps practicing his taijutsu with the weights on, and then he passes out. And he meets Haku like in the original, but instead of this time, Haku gets close to him and he swings at Naruto, and they get into a full-on fight. And he's like, "Oh, you killed my master," and then so then they get into basically a one-on-one, and then Kakashi hears the commotion and he knows that Naruto is still training. or was training the night before, so he like jumps out and starts to help Naruto, like, but he's the only one that noticed it. So now it's a 2-on-1 against Haku, Kakashi, and Naruto versus Haku. So Haku's getting pressed just by Naruto, cause the only place where Haku beats him is in speed. So he's getting pretty pressed, and then Naruto manages to get Haku in the Shadow Strangle Jutsu. So he has like the shadow like up to his neck, and like Naruto doesn't want to like strangle Haku to death, cause he's like, oh, like he's angry, like he's going through grief. So Naruto's just like give up like that, but he manages to just knock Haku out and leave him in the woods. So then that same morning they go to the bridge, and then Gatsu's men show up. Like, I knew that pesky Zabuza couldn't take care of the bridge builder and stuff like that, cause Gatsu acting all high and mighty. And then Naruto asks Kakashi like, can I have this one? Cause he wants to see if he can take out the whole gang of thugs on his own. So Kakashi nods, and Naruto is just like, just sprints at them with like so much speed, cause Naruto used the body flicker to get there. So they're already caught off guard, and then he just starts demolishing them with just straight up taijutsu. And then he finally knocks them all out and gets to Gato. And he's like, "Oh, you pesky like scum! Like, you're a horrible person." And then he like chucks him off the bridge, and he's like, "Never come back here." So yeah, that's about it. And then they get to the back to Leaf Village. The bridge is still named the Great Naruto Bridge because he took out all of the thugs by himself. And then he also like, so they're walking back, and Sasuke sees like that Naruto is walking like a little bit slower than usual. So he's like, "Ha, this dope is like after one big fight, he can't even walk the same speed." But little does he know that Naruto already increased his weights by 10 pounds each, meaning that he has a 30-pound vest weight and 20-pound ankle and wrist weights. So his speed is already better than before, but Naruto was pretty slow compared to everybody else. So they get back to the Leaf Village, and um, Kakashi tells them about the tuning exams, and he has that same run-in with Kankuro, and he's like, "Oh, put the third Hokage's grandson down, cause at the moment he doesn't know Konohamaru." So um, then Kankuro is like, "So what? Like, what are you gonna do?" And then Naruto instantly gets him in a shadow possession jutsu, and then a shadow strangle, and then he says, "What did you say?" And then he makes Kankuro drop Konohamaru, and then he's like, "And you in the tree, you can come out now too." And now Gaara is stunned by this because nobody had noticed him till Naruto got there. So Gaara is stunned that Naruto could actually like sense him. So Gaara is like, I wanna kill him because Gaara is still like like he wants to like kill everybody and all that stuff. So Gaara is like, I'm gonna have fun with you. And then so yeah, they go about their day. They decide to participate in the tuning exams like in the original. But Konohamaru was like, oh my god, that was so cool. Or he does the same thing. Naruto teaches him the Shadow Clone. Like, they have that little like bonding moment, so they still have that relationship in this timeline. Just a little later on. So yeah, I would say Naruto is about like low to mid tuning level at this point. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it off. In the next part, I'll cover the whole tuning exams. Well, I'll see, but like the video is already like 17 minutes at the moment. So here's a little bit longer video like you asked. But please like and subscribe. I want to get to 100 subscribers in a few months. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. But yeah, like and subscribe, and Demon Kage out.